Hello everyone, welcome to my next video. In this video today I'm going to show you how to register your company and how to report your drivers according to the Dutch minimum wages law. So first of all, you have to register your company. And this is the website, this is the link, and I'm going to put this link into the comment section on YouTube, so you can click it and you will see this website. But of course the original language is Dutch, so you can change the language here to English and you will get finally this website. And if you not registered in Holland, you have only one option, because actually you have two options here if you registered according to the Dutch law. And even if you have a nationally issued electronic identity, then you can use this option, but as a foreigner company you have one option, just log in differently. And of course we don't have an account yet, so you have to click this link and you will get this website where you need to provide your email address. And the Google email address is just optional, so you don't need to use, or you don't need to create a Google email address. It's just an option. So all you need, in this case, all you need is an email address, so you have to provide your email address. When you finished and you click the create button, you will get this website as a new account was created successfully. So if you check your email inbox, you have to see an email like that. So you will get an email from this sender and you will get a password, and you have to, first time you log in to the website, I'm going to show you how to do that. You have to use this code actually, and you have to change this password actually first time you log in to the web page. So let's see how to do that. So now we are ready to log in, and if you click this part of the page, because as I said before, we have to log in differently. So we can log in as an employer or self-employed, of course. So we're just trying to log in now. And now you have to provide the email address and the password you got in the previous email, as I mentioned before. Now we are logged in, and as you see, we need a new password. So we got this information in the email, so we have to set up a new password here. And if the password just created, you can log in again just to push this button. As you see here, I just tried to give a password actually, which is not correct, not enough actually. It has to be at least 12 characters, include at least one small letter, one capital letter, one number, and one special character. So I need to provide another one, which is good enough to keep going, and click again the login button. If the password was okay, then you will see a website like that, and actually that's your private, that's your company site. So at this moment we have no tests, of course, we have no notifications, so it's just a brand new website, it's just created now. So we have to create new notification. So if you, as you see, if you go to my notifications, there are no notifications available at the moment. There are no completed notifications. So if you need, if you have to create a notification, That's the notification. Actually, that means that's the report you want to create just to report your driver will go to Holland, and he's going to do a loco job. So if you do a transport job, you don't need to create a notification, but if you do a loco, so if you load or unload in Holland, you have to create this notification, and I'm going to show you how to create a new notification. Actually, it's not that simple, so it takes long time, and so much company just complained about this, but at the moment we don't have another option, we don't have more options, so we have just one option to create a new notification. So you have to click the new notification button. And the reason I said it takes long time and it's so difficult, you can see now. So you have to provide the notification type first, and then the reporter's details, the employer details, service recipient, project, employee summary. So if you check the number of the pages, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have to go through all these pages one by one, and you have to provide the correct details before you got the number of the notification, because that's the final reason you will get a long number, and that will be the notification number you need and actually your driver needs. So how to do that? First, we have some questions here. Are you self-employed? No, because at this moment I'm just create a notification as a company, as a transport company. So I'm not self-employed. We have drivers, of course, and we are not self-employed. So do you want to make use of the 1-year notification? Actually, if you go to Holland very often, it's really handy to use this option, but I'm going to show you how to do that one by one. I mean driver by driver and date by date. So if you have just a few jobs to Holland or from Holland, it's easier to do, or it's better to create notifications one by one. But if you want to use this 1-year notification, you can do that. But as you see here, small businesses, 1 to 9 employees, or independent workers that are based within a radius of 100 from the Dutch border may be eligible for using the 1-year notification. Please have a look at, and you have a link here, how to do that or who can do that. But as I said before, it's easier and I'd say better option to make a notification one by one. So let's go to the next step. Just to click next. And now you have to provide the reporter's details. And in this case, I will be the reporter, so I'm the representative. So, and of course, I'm going to create this report. So I'm going to use my name, my prefix, my surname, my phone number. And of course, this is not my private number, so you can use your company number. When you finished, you just push the next button, and now we just arrive to the employer section where you have to provide the company information. And actually this is one of the headache everyone just complaining about, because you have to provide the company information again and again and again. So it takes long time to create a notification. So you have to provide the company name, the country. You don't need to actually Chamber of Commerce in another country, so you can click this option, and you don't need, as you see, there's no star here, so you don't need to provide the registration number, but you have to provide your VAT number here and your business address and the legal representative. And this is the most important question, because I heard that before as we need a representative in Holland. No, actually you don't need a legal representative. So as you see here, there is an option here where the reporter also acts as the legal representative. So as a fleet manager or as any kind of manager of the company, you can be the representative. But if you are the reporter, you can also act as the legal representative. So you have to provide your first name, surname, date of birth, nationality, and also your phone number, so if they want to contact you. But as you see, the most important, if you see the star here, you have to provide the details. But if you can't see the star at this box or at this box, you don't need to provide those details. So you can just keep going, contact person acting as a representative. So you have to click this option again, and as the contact person can be the representative, also the reporter, and also your driver can be the representative. So you don't need the representative in Holland. And finally, you can provide your address contact person. And this is the question here: does this person have a contact address in the Netherlands? No. And you see here, if you click no, there's no more question here. So we don't have an address in the Netherlands. So you can click, when you finished and all the boxes just filled, then you can click next, and we'll see what to do on the next page. On the next page, you have to provide the service recipient information. So that means if you do a job for a company in Holland, or you do a job as a subcontractor for anyone else in any other countries, you have to provide their details here. So the company name, the country of establishment, and of course again the VAT number and the address of the service recipient. So if you have a Dutch partner somewhere and you do a job for a Dutch company, you can provide the details here. Also the contact person, you need the contact person of that company here. So sometimes it's very difficult. Who's your partner actually? Who's your business partner? Who's the company receives your service? Or if you are a subcontractor, there are many other questions. So sometimes, and the worst case, when I provide my own company details, because I'm the service provider, not the recipient, but actually sometimes it's just difficult to provide any details like that. And this is just another headache again. So, but if your case is simple and if you have a Dutch partner, you have to provide the company name. Of course, here you can pick the country, in this case Holland, but if you have like a logistic company in Germany, and if you work for that logistic company, and if you load a load or unload a load in Holland for that company, you have to provide the details of that German company. And in this case, you have to click this option. So it's just another country, of course. It's not Holland again. So the service recipient, in this case, it's not a Dutch company. Again, company name, the country, VAT number, address, and finally, they need a contact person. And if you're just ready, if you finished with this page, again, you can click the next button. The next page is about the project. So in this case, you have to provide the details. What will you do in Netherlands? Actually, is there any known address of that place you do that? And now it's very important here, the duration of the activities. So, and the wage payments. But it's easy. The sector, actually, you have to use the, about, we are talking about transportation and storage, and the subsector is land transport in this case, and the branch code, not passenger, not freight rail transport, freight transport by road, and this is not removal services. Okay, so that's the correct version of our sector if we are talking about transportation and transport sector. But this video, of course, this video is for transport companies at the moment. Does the workplace in Netherlands have an own address? No. Okay, so we don't have any location, activities, transport, and they will know operational base in Netherlands. No, no. So we don't have, and in this case, you need to provide the plate of the vehicle. So in this case, I'm going to provide an ABC 1, 2, 3 because it's just a test, and I do this before 1st of September, so I can do this as a test. After 1st of September, you have to provide correct details. So I'm going to create this video just to show you how to create. So if you don't have any location, if you don't have any base, then you need to provide a reg, a plate number. Of course, as the plate number, the truck will be the place of the activities. So the date, now I'm going to put Sunday and Monday, end of August, and just before the period of 1st of September. And the next question is the employer abroad responsible for the payment of wages? And you have two options. If you say yes, then you don't need to answer more questions, because in this case, as a foreigner company, so that's not a Dutch company who is just responsible for the payment of the wages. But if you act as a Dutch company, then you have to say no, because the employer is not abroad. But in this case, you have to answer more questions. In the one responsible for payment of wages, a natural person, and you have to click yes or no, but that's the question only shows up if you act as a Dutch company. But in this case, we are not a Dutch company, so we have to say yes. So we just responsible for the payment as a company abroad. So we have to say yes. But in this case, if you see, you have more question if you just act as a Dutch company, but we are not Dutch company, so we just say yes. As in this case, the page, this section of the website has just finished, so you can keep going to hit the next button. When you finished, finally, you just reach the employees page. So, as you see, there is a message here. You have to report all your posted employees. Of course, we do that. So now we just registered the company, we just mentioned, and we just provided the information. Who's the representative, who's going to pay the driver, which is your service recipient, who's the service provider. So now we just arrived, and finally we can provide our employees' details. So in this case, we can add an employee. And the process just starts again with the employee. So you have to provide his or her name, date of birth, nationality, email address. It doesn't need actually personal identification number. Sometimes the system gives you a message as actually an error message, as the identification number is necessary. So if you have to provide a number, I'd say just provide an ID number or something like that, and the employee himself or herself can provide this number in Holland for the authority if necessary. Third country national, yes. So if end date of the work permit. So this is not the third country, this is EU if we're talking about EU. If it's not EU, you have to push the no. Actually, you have to push the yes button, sorry. So if we're talking about an employee working in third country, so you have to provide the permit, the work permit details. But if we're talking about the EU, then you can just push the no button. This is not third country, so this is EU. But if you have any question, if you have any problem with the question or the box itself, you have to just hit the question mark, and finally you got a short comment here what to do and how to do in this box. So keep going. Start and end date of activities actually of the employee. So, and of course you have to provide, you have to verify he has an A1 certificate, and if you want to notify the employee himself or herself, you can do that. If you push the yes button, then you have to fill the email address of the employee. If you go back, you can see there is an option here, the email, and if you hit the email here, if you put her or his email address here, then automatically he or she will get the notification number finally. So if you have no more question, I'm going to fill this with test name. It looks creepy, but I don't want to provide any real detail here, so I'm going to put as, I don't know, just something like someone who just birth of day 1990 April, something like nationality, whatever. But I'm just put not Bahamas, I'd say like Hungary, whatever. And in this case you will see the star here, so you have to provide the PIN number, which is the personal identification number. So you can put here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. And just keep going. Okay, this is EU, and the start date again, as I don't want to provide the whole year, so just 2 days, 30th of August and 31st of August. Yes, we have, okay, my driver has an A1 certificate. I don't know the number, but we don't need to provide the number here. Actually, we can see the star here. So the country of issue is necessary. In this case, I can say again, Hungary, whatever. Inform, no, I don't want to inform the employee, so I can hit the OK button. Finally, you can see the summary of your report, and you see your, in this case, driver name here, date of birth. You can double check all the details again, and you can click the summary here, then you finished, and you can read the details one by one. Who's the company, who's the business, what is the business address, who's the legal representative, and the contact person. All the details provided before, you can double check here all the way down. I just used the test name, and if you're ready to rock and roll, then you can report this driver here. With this, I declare all questions have been answered truthfully. Okay, which is, in this case, it's not true because it's just a test. But before 1st of September, I just wanted to create this video just to show you how to do this. So, but you have to click this sentence, this checkbox, of course. After submitting this notification, you may download it as a PDF. It's very handy actually. You have to keep this record actually, and if the Dutch authorities ask you about the minimum wages and the periods of your employees, you can just provide this PDF, so better to keep as a record. And you just hit the submit notification. And finally, you will get the number of the notification. So you have to provide this notification number for your driver, and in this case the report just created, and of course you can download your notification, and if it's downloaded then you have this report as a PDF. So if I'm just put the downloaded files, and then you see one of the downloaded file, it's just the report itself. So this is the Ministry of Social Affairs and Employment, and you can see the details and the notification number here, and this is very important, and also just keep as a record. So keep this document, just print this off or save it on your computer, whatever, and you can use as a record, as a proof of your employee's period in Holland. So that's it for now, guys. If you have any question, if you have any problem, just leave a comment or just use my contact details, write an email, whatever suits you, and I'm going to answer you. So please do not hesitate if you have any question, because the time is here. Actually, the date is coming, 1st of September, and don't forget to report your employees if you go to Holland, to unload or load. If you have a load or unload in Holland, then you have to create this notification. So you will have to get this notification number again. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching this video, and see you in my next tutorial. Bye guys.